Uh, uh,
CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens Movement for Change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's hold together. Let's hold together. Peace and unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the light of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
CMC. Yes. 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 The time has come. You're not going to have
Time has come.
the time has come for us to get together.
CMC. Yes, yes,
Yes.
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 This is the time.
This-
Hello, everybody. If you are watching us, it means that you are watching the Political Lounge. And we are CNCmers. We come here every Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays to push CMC agenda because you already know that this is a CMC platform.
Mhm.
We are also here to talk about political issues, moral issues, or social issues in our country, Liberia, and the society around the world represent Liberia. So
Mhm.
it's good to be here. My name is Grace Goa. I'm always happy to be here. Welcome to the show. You on here, share the show for us. We'll be talking a lot tonight about so many things that are going on. And we'll also be talking mostly about Citizens Movement for Change. And that's why we are here. Thank you.
Yes. My name is Dr. Franciane Chenoweth Richardson. I am the global chairperson for CMC. Little did I know this was a tough job. So, for those of you who think that being the chairperson for this global organization is easy, come and sit in my place or walk in my shoes. But nevertheless, I'd like to welcome all of you to the Political Lounge. As Madam Grace told you, we come here 4 days a week. We would like to bring you news that are happening within the CMC kingdom. I said a kingdom. Okay. There's no other place where you probably get the truth and also adequate news about what's going on within the CMC organization. This is why we're here. Um, Also, we have like trending issues that are going on in our country. we have Ansu and Henry in studio who will be able to bring that information to us. And we'll also chime in because we are well aware and we keep informed about what's going on in the country. So I want to turn your attention to Ansu and Henry. I see only Henry in the studio right now to just kind of tell us what's on his mind, and also before we go into trending issues in our country.
And I tell you, thank you so kindly. I tell you guys are getting me. It's a
Yes, we
great,
are.
okay. It's a great pleasure again to be here, just on another Tuesday, uh, for us again. So I'd like to say welcome again to all of our followers, following us online. Better stay via the radio. If you're at work, uh, at your bureau, or if you are posted at about this time, based on your location, we'd love to say welcome again to the political laws. We are up to 1:30 Labrador time. I wish I would be telling you about myself. My name is Henry Jala is my name. I'm Sue Salif. Together going to be driving you up to the hour of our team of panelists on the political lodge. Too many interesting things to know and talk about on today. So it's a great pleasure again to be back.
Yes. Ansu, would you like to say anything? Tell us anything on your mind today. And before we go into trending issues, Henry also told us that there's a lot of things to talk about in Liberia, and we would like to get into that conversation shortly. Ansu?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. What's on your mind? This we just started the show. Before we go into trending issues, I saw you this morning. You were jamming. I saw you on social media. You had your dark glasses on. Back in the days, we used to call it goggles. And you are,
And I said, and the guys again say now, beyond effort that shades, there's something to argue beyond that shades now. That shades you see also something to argue be inside. Where's
well,
the
not yesterday
ordinary eye
morning.
or what? But beyond effort that shades, there is a
What's the name of your show again? I missed that. Ansu, what's the name of your morning show? Because I missed the name of it this morning.
oh the breakfast show.
Oh, it's the breakfast show. Okay, that's what you're
Yeah, the
on.
breakfast show.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
So
So
where did you
normally,
see it?
It was online. It was on social media when I woke up this morning.
Oh, okay. I
yeah,
didn't get to see that. I don't know.
Hmm.
yeah, that's the breakfast show. So normally that comes on uh every Friday. But we had yeah, maybe for now, beginning as of tomorrow, I will be here to team up with uh, the the uh, the guys because the chief should be picking up either tomorrow or Friday for the US. So I have to fit in that gap again. That's more the Manacher and Tyler Richardson. So I'll be
Okay,
on the
gotcha.
CMC. I'll be on the CMC in the morning hour 1:30 leave from here to go back home and rest from 1:30 to 6:30 in the morning. Be up before 7 o'clock and on the breakfast show up to 10 o'clock. So that's how
Hmm.
my schedule look. So that's it. So thank you. Thanks to you people. Welcome. Thanks to everyone again. As everyone said, a lot of things happening. So we say thanks to our panelists. Yeah, for always having us on and for us to be here to share this platform with two giant females, giant Iron Lady is becoming to like your politics. Indeed, Mana Griggs and Dr. Richardson. So it's good to share this platform with you people. So we are here again, 40 people and ready up to 1:30 our Liberian time in.
Okay, thank you, uh, Ansu. Which you're gonna go into before going to training issues and just lay out the agenda for the day. We're gonna talk a little bit about friendship. Madam Grace Bois is gonna talk a little bit about friendship. We're gonna talk about President Bokai's speech again. We spoke about this briefly, but he spoke at the United Nations yesterday, and he was talking about gender equality in Liberia. So we want to just identify ways, that maybe you have seen some progress, a lack of progress in concerning gender equality. And then I want to end up by talking about leadership. what is leadership? What kind of leadership do we need or have in our country? Is the CMC, Madam Chris, I see you fighting where I fly your office. Is the CMC leader, does he demonstrate the qualities of a leader as we gear towards supporting him? Does he demonstrate the quality of a leader compared to the other leaders that we have had in our country? And then, of course, we're going to open the line a little bit, and then we'll close with, maybe some thoughts on our mind and stuff like that. So, Madam Grace, I wanted you to open the show. There's a lot of things going on in CMC Kingdom, CMC World, in Liberia, CMC. A lot of things are going on. So, can you just kind of fill us in?
Yes, thank you, Doc. And thanks for everybody watching the show. Before I even do that, I would like to just welcome Diana Curtis, one of our rare diehard CNC. She's following. She's following from Canada. She is. As soon as we start the show, she's one of the first person on the show. So we want to say thank you for always watching. We have Theophilus Quay. He's watching from Johnsonville. Good evening and thanks for the show. Thank you, Theophilus. We really appreciate you for even appreciating us. So we thank you. Alexander Davis, he said, good evening. I'm watching live from Oro. Thank you for watching, Alexander. It's nice to have you guys here. If you want to share the show with your friends so they can come on and be a part of what we discussed tonight. This fly has been in my office since yesterday. Yeah, I've been fighting to kill it. I even got a fire with you see it. I'm still fighting to kill it, and it's not. I will kill it tonight. Anyway, I want to say thank you. I want to read something from. I want to announce CNC stuff first, or you want me to talk about the friendship? I will announce CNC stuff first.
I think you should announce CNC stuff first, and then
So today, the Honorable Man Musa Hassan Bedete, Honorable Representative Musa Hassan Bedete, he wrote on his page today concerning CMC. I was so very happy when I saw that. He shared the flyer for the program this weekend. This is the flyer here. Let me share it quickly. For the program this weekend, and he will be in America soon. Except Ansu didn't want to tell us the schedule, which is, I don't know whether they want or they don't want to, but he'll be in America soon, and he will be here, for our program. That's one of the main things that he's coming for. The program, the CSC Gathering Pathway to Change. He is coming for this program. Be held at the Clarion Hotel, 76 Industrial Highway in Essington, Pennsylvania. And he will be here to celebrate with us. I don't know what you got on the screen, brother man.
Oh, yes. We don't need that right now, brother man.
So he will be. You need to. We'll put a CMC. Yes.
Yes. So thank you, brother man. We'll cue you in when we'll telling you when to put what up. Okay. Thank you.
So he is gonna be here, and he wrote on his Facebook page today, 6 hours ago. He said, "Join me and the CNC family in the city of brotherly love for a weekend of meet, greet, frank exchanges. Come, let's chat about Mama Liberia. No discussion off limit. It will be civil, frank, and broad-based." That's why he said it will be a civil conversation, it will be a frank conversation, and it will be broad-based. So if you want to be a part of the conversation, we're having a town hall or fundraiser introduction event in the city of Brotherly Love, Philadelphia. That will be on this Saturday. Honorable Musa Hassan Bedete will be in the building. He is the guest speaker for the program. If you know CMC, you will know that our programs are very unique. We do it the CMC way, very stylish, classic. He will be there. He will grace the occasion with his presence, and he will be speaking to the Liberian people, telling these people about CMC. He will also be taking questions, and he will be answering. We'll have a panel there to do questions and answer time, and he will tell you exactly what you ask him concerning CMC and the Liberian politics. So he will be there to answer your question. He will also talk, he will speak, and we will have some wonderful time. We will wine and we will dine. and we dance and we raise some money. That's what CMC is about. And the money that we raise at that point in time goes to the USA CMC project that will be establishing itself in Liberia by 2026 to 2027. So come and be a part of a history making. The paper program from this program alone is a 7 year. So come and be a part of this or unique occasion. And the beautiful thing in the whole thing, Doug, is that besides you coming, you can also be doing a fundraising drive right now. That drive is ending on Thursday. And if you want to be part of the 7 year program, you want to donate to this drive because your name will be on the program sheet as a donor. The mere fact that you donated to this drive, and this drive, the amount to donate to is not much. It's from $5 to $50. And the money from this drive, it will be for our miscellaneous. Means that anything impromptu, we will use that money for. Besides that, if anything remain from there, we donate that money to the USA project or that is coming up for 2026, 2027. So please be a part of it. You can donate your money as of today. This thing ends on Thursday, September 25th at 12 noon. So you can scan the QR code for the Cash App. We also have the Zelle. We besides that, we put the information on the Zelle and the Cash App. So if you can scan it, and, you can also just put the information in and donate. A lot of people are donating. We want to say thank you to all those that donated. Your name is going to be marking history because it's the first program that our PR is going to be in person, and this is going to be in history because at the end of the day, Musa Hassan Bede is the next president of the Republic of Liberia. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Madam USA Chair, for your hard work. And I want to also thank those who have donated. I was going over the donation list. Man, the women are kicking butts. I'm sorry to say,
Yes.
So kind of beef it up, guys. Where are you guys? How come the women are doing? I know that we can take your money, but but yeah, make your donation. I just also want to thank. I see a lot of you guys are watching us. A lot of our members, our leaders are also watching, like Crab and Mr. Nangwe.
Go on. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I see Kwame Barley. But thank you guys. Whether you driving, from Maryland to Ganta, want to welcome you. Tune in. Whether you're working on your night shift tonight in the clinics of Liberia or in the different hospitals, thank you for joining us. Or perhaps you are doing your security work tonight. Thank you for joining us. Or maybe you're just out in the streets, just walking around. Monrovia is like that sometimes. In other parts of Liberia are like that sometimes. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Yes, Madam Grace. This weekend is going to be a promising weekend. It's going to be. I'm looking forward to it. I can't decide on what I want to wear yet, Grace. I was going through because we're doing African attire, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it depends what anybody want to wear, but we CMC, leadership, especially for the women, and it's not a forced thing. We just want to go with African,
Yeah.
Our CMC pin on our breast part, and I mean the program. It's gonna be huge. You guys need to come out and let's do this thing. We're gonna make sure that we have
and
fun.
a lot of people are getting in contact with us, and telling us that they are coming. We want to thank all of those who are coming. Those who have contacted us or those who have not contacted us. You are very welcome. Again, dinner will be on us. It's going to be on CMC. It's going to be a nice, great opportunity to just connect with each other, to talk to each other, to talk about Liberia, to come up with ideas. So, once as Liberians, I don't know if we ever get this opportunity to just enjoy each other's company, be in a positive, uplifting environment, and talk about our country. So this is an opportunity to do that, and CMC will always offer that opportunity to you. You know, we like positive energy. We very much like positive energy. It goes a long way. So again, great job, Madam Grace Goa. You're working on the program, and we expect to see more, and we expect to have a wonderful time.
And I also want to announce to our leadership, I see a lot of them on here tonight. I want to announce to you that we don't forget the meeting tonight. We're going to be making major decisions in the meeting. Mr. Nambo is always present. This is your region. You want to make sure you be well, Mr. Nambo will be on it anyway. So this is for the rest of the crew. You want to come and let's have this meeting. Our PL will be in town, and remember we have a Saturday morning meeting with the executive team. He will be meeting with us, and we'll be discussing a lot of stuff before the actual program at 6 p.m. at Clarion Hotel in a Crystal Ballroom. So you guys, I hope you are ready. Let's do this. And a lot of RSVP has come our way as well. So we're expecting a lot of people to come and grace the occasion and interact with Honorable Musa Asambelete. I mean, interact with him. I mean, it will change, your perspective on Liberian politics, because he is a person who will tell you exactly what's going on. He's not going to mention his words. He will tell you exactly what's going on in the country, what's going on within our party, and any other question you want to find out, especially when it comes to CMC moving forward into 2029. So come and be a part of this. Don't let nobody tell you, say, oh, I heard. They say, no, say I was there for myself. And I asked a question. This is what the man said. We know there will be a lot of media people there. I think 2 media people have contacted us. They're going to come and cover the program, and want to tell them thank you as well for that. And we're looking forward to having a beautiful time. So
Yeah,
thank you guys.
we're also gonna have a excellent DJ who's gonna be playing some great music, CMC music, African music, Liberian music, old school music, all the different genres as you can think about will be played. We're gonna be also showing you some CMC souvenirs. Those of you who are die-high CMCers, or if you just love us, if you just want to identify yourself, we're gonna have different things for you to, to identify yourself with as a CNC. We're gonna have a raffle, right, Madam Grace? There's
Yeah.
gonna be a raffle going on, and the gifts. I want to win. Okay, I'm very competitive, so I
The
that,
CMC gift box
yeah,
is choke. If
yeah.
I mean, if you win that box, we will have 2 boxes to be won. So
Hmm.
one group of people will be buying the $5 raffle draw. The other group of people will buy the $10 raffle draw. So we have the $5 raffle. They have a box, a gift box with everything in it. But in the $10 raffle draw, that gift box is very choked in. And
Hmm.
one that got everything, anything you can think about CMC is in that box, and
Yeah.
plus other goodies. So come and play and win, especially for our brother, my son Crab, who cheap like that. He need to pay a 5 ticket so he can win, because he won't buy his thing, because everything he want will be in that box.
Yeah. So yes, yes, yes.
I know you say, hey, there you go, come on.
I know, right?
If you lucky with a ticket business, they whole lot of everything. Come and play. Then you won't have to buy a one t-shirt. Got one t-shirt, one CNC t-shirt in America at like $30. And you will have all the colors of the t-shirt in that box.
Yeah,
So
that I won't win.
yes. I mean, so come and let's have fun. We'll be doing different kinds of fundraiser that will be interesting. So we can give all here, because now we are the trend, the trend
Makers, yeah,
setters.
setters, yeah.
We set the trend. So we don't give everything out yet. We have to come and learn how to do this thing, but it's going to be a joyous time. The food is going to be banking, very good food. We have a cash bar. You can drink some wine. We have different kinds of soft, or liquid for you to take the drinks. And, we have a wonderful time. We have a certain thing to munch on. We will also have hors d'oeuvres on the table for you to have before, to munch on. It's just going to be joyous time. I can't wait. I
Yeah,
can't.
I just have to talk about, there's going to be a special delicacy from Liberia. You remember it. I'm going to wait. You're going to come and see. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be on the table as well. It's something that we enjoy eating as adult and children in Liberia. So yes, it's going to be great. Ansu and Henry, y'all please move our President of the United States picture for in.
Yeah, you're moving for in the back. Yeah, our PR picture in our back there. That one we do. Our
Yeah, I'm
PR.
sorry because I keep on looking at it.
They're turning me off already.
Yeah.
So I gotta go one more in the office, so I already pissed. So I'm supposed to be sick.
That's true. Yes, you start October, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So yes, you guys are doing great by even selecting having us or any other person in the background. So we're gonna move on to you, Madam Grace. Actually, is there any trending issues going on in the country right now that Ansu and Henry, you guys want to bring our audience and bring it to our attention? Once you do that, we'll table that a little bit because we're talking about some very important issues here today relating to friendship. It's going to be sort of interconnected to what's going on in our country as well. So, Madam Grace is going to finish her conversation on friendship today, and then we're going to move on to other topics. Okay. So again, thank you for joining us, and just stay tuned. Also, I've been sending some things in the chat room, so just prepare for me. I will cue you in, Ansu and Henry. I will cue you in into when to put those things up for us. Okay. Just thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let's go to Ansu and Henry right now. They're going to tell us about training issues in the country because some of you come here. I don't know, maybe you're coming from work or it's been a late day or a hard day for you. You want to listen to some of the things that are going on in the country. So let's hear you guys.
Well, from our India back home, should I say that seeing old story?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seeing old story, same thing. If I said, I think that the focus of everyone now is currently at a UNGA program taking place in the United States. There, I think they're where the public focus, really on, but not much. Except maybe we just talk a little bit about the security system in terms of armed robbery, where we will just call on the police, the IG, to in terms of boosting on enforcing the police patrol team at night. At night now in Liberia, it becoming so risky, and especially not really in the center of in the heart of the city, but outside the city. Some of into the rural area, the Tolly, Johnsonville, places like Broadville. There are a couple of calls we receive from the areas when it comes to at night, and the embarrassing part about it, people complain that as early as 7 p.m. and 7 p.m. in the evening hour, when that start to fall, and that's the time people start to experience armed robbery, and the robbery continuing to some of the communities. So fear grabs some of the area where you have like Johnsonville. I personally have received several calls for Johnsonville, beginning 7 p.m. People complain, about armed robbers into the township, and they call it on the patrol team of the Liberia National Police to boost up the team, the night patrol team, to see how best they can try to handle some of the armed robbery situation that's taking place, around time. So far, it will just be on the security aspect, and when it comes to the public safety at night, beginning at 7 p.m. Night try to when they start to fall, Madam Grace entered the Richardson. So that's the early time of the evening hour. So people just leaving maybe from the business area, people just leaving from work, people just returning, from their normal activities, getting back home, and unfortunately for them, they will see themselves caught up between the guys and some of them there with different weapons, hijacking people in the community. So they are calling on the police, to try uh, to enforce, have more manpower in the patrol team at night, so we can have a very safe environment. So far, as I said, nothing much home. They just that everybody focuses to the UN the assembly program. That's the UNGA program taking place. A lot of feedback, controversial feedback, a lot of mixed, should I say, mixed interpretation of how the president during his address, and whether the microphone was cut off, and now people going out to his speech. Some of the things that were addressed in the president's speech, people, some people are condemning it. It's one controversial, and in which uh, going to the opposition end, and they are saying, the president, those are preparing the president's speech, they are currently damaging him because he just prepared something and gave it to the president. You know, things coming from His Excellency, and that things are already happening. So as I said, controversial, reaction to his speech. So far on the ground, as I said, that the wages in and grace. So nothing much, so much happening home here. It's just a full attention in the U.S.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Ansu.
Thank you, Ansu. Thank you, guys. So, Madam Chris, we're going to turn it over to you now so you can continue our topic that we started talking about friendship yesterday. So,
All right. Thank you, Madam Global Chair. And I like to say that I will talk about the friendship, and then I will dive into what Ansu has said, which is bothering me. But I want to ask Ansu quickly before we dive into the topic.
mhm,
Ansu,
mhm, mhm.
I know there are controversy on the president's speech. A lot of people saying on social media that the president lied right in front of broad daylight. Things that he said, in fact, Pastor Menja wrote that imagine the president said he was going to be, he said that more than 250 women have been lifted up for profiting like bro in a rescue government. So things that he said was not true, and the people now getting to know. But is it confirmed by the executive mansion and the press secretary why the president mic was turned off? Have they confirmed anything from the, did you hear anything from that office?
No, nothing yet. No response, no communication yet. To tell university are saying, some are saying it's normal thing, and they are even saying, I think, some of the presidents who are addressing they are the UN, uh, someone come across the same thing that might be cut off. So they haven't no statement, no communication yet from immersion. So it just remain quiet.
Yeah, I understand. And thank you, also. I understand what they're saying that other people experience it, but what other people experience it has nothing to do with Liberia. What we are saying to them is that if our president leave the country and he's in the international space and those kind of things happen, it is the right thing for the media, the press media, or the executive mansion to tell the Liberian people so they can know why this man Mike was turned off. Simply said, because he went over his 3 minutes, he was given 3 minutes to speak, and he went over the 3 minutes. It is the order of the place for the mic to be turned off after the 3 minutes. People will understand, but for it to just be vague like that and nobody knows whether he was saying something, because some people say he said something on women issues and it made the people first. Some people say he passed over his 3 minutes. So for the public to just know what really happened, as protocol is observed, that's what you do. Press the press executive within the executive mansion. If you're not listening, you're listening to them. Me advise you. You need to speak out on things like those because that's the right thing to do. The people need to know what's going on concerning the president, and especially when he goes to represent our country, even if he represented himself, the people need to know. That's what the court protocol. That's the right thing to do. You cannot stay bobo and don't tell the Liberian people what is going on. So we are still waiting. We are giving another 24 to 48 hours for you to come out and tell us why our president Mike was turned off. We don't care whether the Zimbabwe president might attend us. We don't care whether the Mozambique president might attend us. We are Liberians. Our president might attend us. So we're telling you that we want to know, forbidden from you guys who are in authority to tell us the truth instead of us here say, naysay, and they say. So the Liberian people deserve to know.
Yeah.
Joseph Boakai is the president of Liberia. I
And-
wanted to say that.
Thank you for, and maybe we should stay on that topic and then make your comment next to that, because I have a lot of thoughts about that. Liberia is our country, as Madam Grace said. We're very concerned about it. Okay, number one, we want to know, was it accidental that his mic was turned off, or was it intentional because he was told that he had 3 or 5 minutes to speak and he went over his time? So it's very important that the people who manage or who handle the president should come and speak to Liberian people. But in a way, I'm not surprised, Madam Grace, because this is what happens. They don't respect us Liberians. They don't respect the Liberian people. So nobody speaks to the Liberian people when something like this happened. And if it was unintentional, I think diplomatically we need to talk about it. We need to tell the people at the United Nations that a lot of Liberians were listening out to the president. We wanted to hear what he had to say. And I find it quite rude. I find it quite disappointing that he was just cut off like that. If he did not have a protocol that said that he needed to stay within time frame and he was in his time frame. If he wasn't, okay, if he went over the time limit, then his handlers should at least speak to us and tell us that's what happened, and they are working on it. They are making him to constantly practice, as Miss Grace Goa does. She provides scripts for us. Okay, make sure that we stay within our time frame, because time is important. Time, if you live in a developed country, you learn time is money. That's what they tell us. Time is money, especially when you have a whole line of speakers. So I agree with you. The second thing I wanted us to talk about.
Before you talk about the second thing, let me just say that time is money is very important. That's an important thing you strike. Let me tell you, one of my friends, Vera Harding, she always tell me this. She said, Grace, we can get money. We can go and work for money, but you cannot get time back. When 2025 pass away, it's not ever coming back. So every time that the clock tick, you have to make use of those time, and that's very important. What Dark strike time.
Yes,
you cannot give us our time back. I just want to strike.
Actually, you're so right, and that's an important thing for us Liberians to internalize. Okay, we need to understand that, because I think we just take people and time for granted. We take time for granted. We dilly-dally. Sometimes, for lack of a better word. We don't put our best foot forward, like maybe, because we don't respect time. We don't respect order. We don't respect protocol. We just do things sometimes according to the way that we want to do it. And in other parts of the world, we cannot do that. If they give you 3 minutes to speak, 5 minutes to speak, you have to stay within the people's time frame, because there's a reason why. So that's what I wanted to add. But while we're on the subject, let's just continue the subject, and then we can come in later with the issue of friendship. You struck an important chord, Madam Grace, and Bassaman is also talking about it. The question is, did the president of Liberia, Joseph Yuma Boakai, did he lie to the Liberian people? That is the question tonight, okay? And we can dissect this in so many different ways. I'm going to tell you, because I wrote this down, things that the president said. He said, and I'll read it to you. He said, "We are proud to stand among the first member states leading on 2 important action agendas." Said 2 important action agendas. One is ending violence against women and girls in our country. Okay. He said he's telling us that he's proud to say that. 2 is investing in the young people, girls, and the future generations. Those are the 2 things our president said. He said, through our agenda for inclusive development, he's taking the word inclusion now. Liberia, 50% female, 50% male. Some people can argue, some people can say that the statistic is vice versa. There's more female than men in our country, but it's pretty even. Okay, it's pretty close or even. He is saying that he's going to invest. Now, this is where it gets tricky, and a lot of Liberians are wondering, did the president tell us a blatant black lie when he said he's going to invest 8.3 million billion, 8.3 billion, not million, billion, over 5 years to transform lives with gender equality? We talked about gender equality, youth empowerment, education, healthcare, and social development. This is what the president said that he's going to do with the $8.3 billion. Okay. So some people who, like numbers and math in our country, they are wondering, how is this going to happen? If you know our budget, the budget for Liberia itself is about 800 plus or minus million. Ellen took it from 500 million. She brought it to 800. Yeah, our president telling us he get no map to say maybe you'll borrow money or how you will do this. You told in billion, he even said million. He said you will do $8.3 billion. So people are asking how the president will do this. How is he going to do this? So I don't know your thoughts, Madam Grace. If you just want to come in and chime in on that first, and then before we talk about some of the other pledges that he made, some of the other things, and then of course Henry can come in.
The thing is that, yeah, thank you, Doc. And I really like how we are pandering on this particular subject. One of the first things I will lay out is that the people out there will speculate a lot because the press did not tell us why our president might will turn off. So when people start seeing that he lied, that's why he might will turn off. We believe I will wear a whole script on this. I giving them 24 to 48 hours. If they don't come out to tell us why our president might was turned off, we'll start to speculate. Either he said something about women they put in like that why the mic was turned off, or he was lying and the people were tired when he lies about the mic was turned off, or he went over the 3 minutes, we put all together. That was because they have us speculating, so we speculate, and they cannot blame Liberians for speculating because they are not giving information to the Liberian people. That's why how it's supposed to be. When the president make an international trip, we need to hear from the press what has happened and whatsoever going on with the president. They need to come out and say it. They should not leave President Joseph Nima Baga to be making these things talking on his Facebook page. His Facebook page is supposed to be for one or two announcements that is being announced on the executive page, and he just want to share it. So I just wanted to say that. And then concerning this whole speech that the president gave, and thank God, people were able to capture it, although his mic was turned off, but they also what he said. The promises made by Joseph Boakai is just insane. I don't get how in the world that he's going to have he's pledging that $8.3 billion, or he has an agenda that he will set for inclusive development that prioritize women, youth, and health and education. If he's pledging this money to the Liberian people that what he's going to do, how is he going to get to do this? Where is the money going to come from? Because as Doc just said, even the budget is not that amount, for the country. So the country is already struggling to survive in its own. So where is this money going to come from?
Yes.
Where?
That is the question.
For you to make those kind of pledges, for you to say, oh, he said, the president said Liberia is moving from pledges to results. He said we are moving from pledges to results with an $8.3 billion agenda for inclusive development that prioritizes women, youth, and health. So where's the result? So I don't know the people who write his speeches. I don't know the people who write these things for the president to say. You cannot see the reality on the ground where our people's lives are not being changed. They are not benefiting from anything. There is no real, programs that benefit women that they can be self-sufficient. They don't have it in Liberia right now. And you come up with these, vague statements and speeches you read for the president, and you think the world going to take you seriously, and you think Liberians not going to be mad over this, knowing that their lives are not being changed. I saw one woman in the corner setting, and the people want to interview her. She was just vested. She's telling her things. Then, in fact, the rate has dropped, and the prices have not dropped accordingly. And so the US dollar is being useless to them. They like to use the Liberian dollar, but they want the president to do it in the proper way. And she was very upset because she was losing money on her business that she was selling. She got the prices she bought them for. Now she can no longer sell it for those prices to get profit on them. So all those things bother the people, and you come with a kind of flowery speeches, you know, and there's a die, you cannot live up to it. Then the people will start saying the president is lying, and it's all because of people that work alone that are supposed to make sure these things are prepared properly with a truthful statement, are not making the truthful statement to the Liberian people. When people outside Liberia who knows Liberia going through hell, people within Liberia who live in the hell, and other people around the world who see that, you know, how can we help this country? Say, but the people already got it. Means he got results.
Yeah.
You know, it's not fair to the Liberian people. You cannot do that. This is wrong. This is not how the leadership should go. And that's why I always say this UP government, they have poor leadership. And because of the poor leadership ability, this is why destroying the country by the day. Except Ansu has something to add up to it. But I just see that this is just he plays zero tolerance for gender-based violence. Really? You cannot pledge zero tolerance for gender-based violence. Gender-based violence has taken over Liberia as is. Everybody knows that gender-based violence is one of the things that affect Liberia. It's not really in your presidency. It's been happening before you came to presidency. It's been happening when you were vice president. So you cannot say you pledge zero tolerance. For you to pledge zero tolerance, it means that the police have to be on the ground working right now to make sure that all these things are stopped, you know, or they are minimized. And we know that they are not. Just the other day, your deputy minister for youth and sport is accused of raping a 14-year-old girl. We discussed that yesterday. And he has not been arrested. There is no questioning from the police. We have not seen him taken into custody and maybe, you know, questioned by the police. Nothing. Because the law is working for one group of people and the other group of people are under impunity. And that is not good for our country. So you can't be telling zero tolerance in people watching this thing, they know what's going on in Liberia. It's funny, you know, last week, Sunday, on CNN, there was a whole thing about Liberia on CNN on last week Sunday. Wow. I recorded it, so I will try to send it to you so you can watch it. So people following this country.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Liberia has a history, a very rich history when it comes to you know, America. So people are following this history. The people, in fact, they have some Liberian women at the program. They were dressing Liberian, often talking Liberian language.
Yes.
So the people, so the world is watching us. Y'all cannot consistently lie the way you lie to the people to get in power. You think you can lie your way? It's not going to happen.
Yes,
it's not going to happen.
And before Henry and Ansu come in, let's just also look at expanding our definition of gender-based violence, because I don't know what the president is thinking when he says that he's going to pledge zero tolerance for gender-based violence. Gender-based violence in our country, Liberia, includes sexual and domestic violence. Okay, we know that happens. You come home, you beat your wife, you've been drinking or whatever, you get tired, and then you first on a job, the next person, you got no cat, no dog. After you kick the dog, or you got cat and dog, you kick the dog, that wife, you can't be on. We also know that early and forced marriage, that's a form of gender-based violence. Many of our young girls in the rural areas and perhaps in the city of our country are being forced to get married. They got to pay dowry for them. We know that, or exchange cola nuts. We know that. We know that female genital circumcision is an issue in our country. We know there's pros and cons. I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, female genital circumcisions are bad. We understand that women learned leadership skills. They learn bonding. They learn to be, you know, it's a sisterhood. But we also know that there's a significant portion of them who get their private parts circumcised without any kind of adult consent. Many of these women, these girls, they are very young when this happened. I don't mind if they agree at 18 or 19 and say, okay, I'm going to consent to this practice, that my body, that's fine. But if you take a child and you take her into the Senate bush or wherever you take her and you cut her private part, there's a lot of psychological ramifications. There's a lot of psychological problems, physical problems. I hear it, okay, and long-term psychological effect. And the only reason I've been told, I've read a lot about this is to stop young girls from becoming promiscuous. Somebody thought that perhaps when they cut, the private part of a woman, it stops her from becoming promiscuous. Based on all of the research that I've heard and read, it doesn't. It can make the woman very promiscuous or not sexually active or not having the desire to have sex. What it does, we know that when you cut off the private part, you're cutting off a nerve. And it means that a woman will not enjoy sex. But if you don't enjoy sex, you keep chasing the first high, you keep chasing something that you don't enjoy. So I've done a lot of reading about this. I spoke to a lot of women about this, a lot of women who come to me for psychological counseling about this. So I just wanted to say this whole gender-based violence stuff has a much broader definition than what our president or what many Liberians think it is. Ansu, you want to come in?
Yeah, so my attention has to do with the issue of the two, if you talk about over 250,000 women, then you are speaking of closely about maybe 300,000 plus, because in over, so it means 250,000 plus women. Can you just imagine? So that's where my attention have to, I already thought on this thing when people try to defend, people try to justify, especially some people, they can be sitting in the hot water said, and they would still want to say the wrong thing. When the president made a statement, few people had a lot of mixed reaction, especially when it comes to the women area. Madam Grace and Dr. Richardson, people will interact with or daytime just as journalists. Yeah, people will interact with or daytime. If we are taking records of them and presenting to the president, we'll be asking this government whether they are part of the 250,000 women. People that will interact with or daytime, people that comes here or just I think that was just 2 days ago, and last weekend when we did talk about or they had our triplets, right? And day for yesterday, that lady walking into the compound, and that was my first question I asked. I said, "But what are you doing with why you just stop by at your gender ministry? Why you go there? You take the women and children area." And they said she now walk to that place or slipper. He said finish. She have walked and walked and walked and walked. So we talk about over 250,000 women have been lived out of poverty. It gets people scared. So in a sense that people should stop embarrassing our country. People should stop, especially on a war stage. People put folks things together and just present it to the old man to go and embarrass him. So the next thing that people they will come away is that if we have over 250,000 women have been lived out of poverty, they'll be talking about maybe close to 300,000 to 400,000 young people, youth. Which they will say that they have empowered. So it's so scary that with people living and experiencing the hardship, the condition, people living into the thing, and somebody sitting down or standing up in front of on a wall stage with camera and making a statement. So the guys around the president, it's so embarrassing that the Richardson and Madam Grace to keep embarrassing our country out there. It's a very big lie. It's so disturbing, and I think it's not necessary or good for our people to go through through digs. You lie to come to power, but when you are in charge, when you are going, you cannot lie because the poor are experiencing everything. Things are not. It's not fun. Things very hard. It's very very hard. So how will the president go to that type of place and just put things together and give to the old man to go, and just go to embarrass the Liberian people. So so far, that all my attention have been drawn, through the whole statement, because I know how many people at daytime that I personally interact with. Yeah, I treat with them, and all the 100 that comes here, 75 will be women. So that I will start taking the name down to send it to the press secretary to ask whether the women part of the 250,000 women.
that they're about to
Empowered.
they live
Wow.
poverty. And the thing is that what's concerning what Ansu saying, look at that lady who had the triplets. In a very regular country or a normal society, that woman would be helped from the hospital before she even get from there. They will provide her maybe with 1 year of pampers or diaper for her children. They will provide her for 1 year of food to give to the kids. And let me just give you some information. I think they say at the ELWA hospital, they will have the people there to help her with formula for her kids. So let me just let you know. Somebody just texted me that they say she can go to ELWA hospital. They will provide her a formula for the children and other foods for them, so she can go there to seek help from there. Some ELWA person from the hospital just texted me that to let you guys know. But in a regular normal society, that woman will be provided stuff because 23 children is a kind of gift. It doesn't happen too many times. So when you have people born 2 children, 5 children, the hospital and the government try to help these people at least from the onset, 1 year or maybe hospital care, 1 year of giving her diapers, 1 year of giving her formula for the kids. People, will donate, some money and things. That's what the gender ministry is supposed to be about. That's one of the accolades of the gender ministry. That's what it's supposed to be about, to be able to transition these women into society. The gender ministry is supposed to be a part of that. It's in the ready, or how they call him, George Demi. He wrote the whole structure of the gender ministry is supposed to operate. He sent me that information. I'm looking for it so I can start reading the jobs today on the platform every other day. Yes.
Yeah.
Women and try to help those people. The president already here say he getting results. He said he lifting 250 women out of poverty. But just one woman got triplets and nobody can help her.
Yeah. And lifting 250,000 women out of poverty in Liberia itself is not a bad thing. It's actually, we love to see that. That is going to make our country a better place. But if that is not done, and Ansi is telling me he sees a lot of women, he interacts with a lot of women, and many of the women who come forth are not part of the women that the president is talking about. So the question is, where are those women that you talked about? Are you talking? Are you telling us the truth? What are the stories
You see
are
that?
you saying? And what Madam Grace is also adding is that having a woman having triplets is a sure way of a country displaying and demonstrating their healthcare system or their appreciation of women or the inclusiveness of women. You can just say, oh, we are offering this woman and her 3 children, Liberian citizen, milk for 1 year. We'll offer them medical care for a year. But we don't hear nothing. This woman will be telling Ansu she not walk until her shoe he not eat her slipper not eat her. But this, she's a masterpiece for our country.
Yeah.
She's a showcase for our country. Okay, these are Liberian citizens. You never know who they may become, and this should be uplifted. This is what we want to see when we talk about the upliftment of our country. But you go and you give flowery speeches to the world, and the people are following up. They want to come to our country to invest. They appreciate our country, including women in the daily politics. But then they're like, where? What are your statistics? And we don't see anything. It's very, very downhearted for that to happen. Yes, Madam Grace, I'm going to turn it over to you.
I wanted to ask you for us to take an interval because I won't play my CMC music,
Please do that. Yes.
And we want to say congratulations to that lady who had those 3 kids. They are so beautiful. I don't know whether they are all boys or they are all girls. They are so beautiful. We want to encourage the government to look into her matter. She deserves to be uplifted among those 250,000 women. She deserves to be uplifted because she just had triplets. It's no easy job. We here are mothers, and to have one child is not even easy for us. You had three at one time, and now she
Hey,
already had other children. And, it's a beautiful thing. She was able to have a safe delivery in Liberia in the hospital and
I'm
have
telling you.
children, and her children are not grown. So we want to say congratulations to her. We hope that people are watching, especially from the government side, because they'll be watching from us side, that they can bring some change to this woman's life, and her children, at least for help for 1 or 2 years to give her some formula and baby diaper and maybe give her some free hospital visits and stuff like that. But she has a beautiful. Also, do you know whether they are boys or they are girls or maybe mix up? We can't hear you, Papa.
Two girls and a boy.
Okay, two girls in a
Yeah,
boy.
two girls and a
Wow,
boy.
that is so beautiful. You have all the sex, the two sex, two girls and a boy.
2 girls and a boy. Inclusiveness.
We
That's
wish
it.
her all the best for her children. We wish her all the best. Children are blessings.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Let's
And,
take a
and,
break.
and so did Dad said, I really touched me just now. Well, that when you just emphasize that the
Join
kids are
us
like you
on
and
the political lounge where
yeah,
the
Can
truth
you,
no,
can
must
like
you
be
get it up
told.
a little
What?
bit?
Our
You guys
goal
stop
is
this for a second. Let me hear you.
Let Ansu speak. Yeah.
Don't you speak.
yeah. So I was saying that something you said, Dad, I touched me when you said the kids are Liberians, So yeah, it touched me a whole lot to allow that lady to be going through what she's going through, going at the Ministry of Gender Ministry, to be working here and there, and nobody cannot give her attention. I hate to say she went and pick up training from different countries away and see maybe that own trouble you have there. It is she have walked serious time to that place. Walked to that place. So when she came, and I said a lot of them eat out with them when she came. And that was the only thing I wanted to do for her. Do photo. I say, we just gonna share for you, mama. The guy said, "Oh, you left your triplets mother." I said, "I'm not gender ministry. That's the only thing I can do. That's the only
And the
thing.
thing
Yeah,
is, that is a message that's being sent out there right now
yeah.
that
That's the
these
only thing I
people
can
need
do.
not to put their kind of government into power, because if the
Yeah,
government cannot help the people, why are you putting these people into power? Leadership is supposed to be there for the people.
Mhm.
This is like a gift to Liberia. She had 3 children at one time. Some kind of help should be given to this lady by the government.
Yes.
Yeah, some kind of help by one of these Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Ministry of Gender. They're supposed to do something at least nice for her, for her to be able to start off taking care of those children, because it's hard to have 3 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we hope that
Woo.
something about that.
That's pushing us things. Those babies are alone, giving some headache and then raising them, thinking about
Because they
raising.
are Liberians. The children are the future generation of Liberia, and you never know they could be in leadership tomorrow. There was a
Absolutely.
reason why God sent them to that direction.
Yes.
Although I know them more, then they were like, "What? We coming to Liberia? What the heck?"
Let's do our musical interlude. Let's take a break.
So go
And
into
then
the
we
please.
come back. Go ahead, guys. You guys can play what you wanted to play earlier. We'll take a break. Oh,
Yeah.
Ansu, we see your own video here. You say you're gonna change the challenge.
Ansu never did a video. I was so disappointed when I woke up that morning and never saw that video. I'm telling you,
Ansu.
I take promises very seriously. And
But I
for you,
guess I got sick.
You're
I
sick.
started
I saw your money
yeah,
on it.
started feeling stress from my neck.
Okay, you just won't say Madam Grace won. That what you're trying to do.
lunch where
Yes,
the
I get it though. So, but I'll do a laugh with the scream.
Okay.
really, Ansu.
Yeah.
join
Let's
us
talk about Jungle
on the
Egg.
political lounge where the truth must be told. Our goal
I don't know why that thing is stopped sometimes.
Join us on the political lounge where the truth must be told. Our goal is to promote CMC agenda. We will tell you the latest CMC news and also discuss trending issues in our country, Liberia. We air on Truth FM, The Political Lounge, and Dr. Francine Chenoweth Richardson's page on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, beginning at 7:30 Eastern Time, USA time, and 9:30 Liberian time. Thank you, and looking forward to seeing you. Bye-bye.
Hey, no comment. Mama say no comment.
Mama say I'm on to.
My family say no comment. Oh God.
My goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our peer was enjoying himself. He was having a wonderful time,
Of
and
course.
yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that I want to play the like what deserve better, then we can go, you know.
Yes, please do that.
We're tired of the lies, tired of the stealing. We're tired of you. Our mothers crying. The people deserve better. The youth's future is fading. Too many of them leaving. Too many of them dying. They cannot wait any longer. The change they need is now. The change they need is here. Talk and do, Musability. Talk and do, CMC, CMC, CMC. We talk and do today, not tomorrow. Not waiting for election. No, 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 no. Talk and do, the people rejoicing. Talk and do, the drums are beating loudly. Talk and do. Talk and do, talk and do, CMC. Talk and do, we're breaking all the barriers. Change is calling, change is coming. Talk and do, can you feel it? It's in the air. Can you feel it in the air? Can you feel it in the air? Talk and do, Musability. CMC, CMC, CMC. We talk and do today, not tomorrow. Not waiting for election. Our time is now, 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 now. We're doing it now, 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 now. We talk and do, 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 do. Talk and do, talk and do. Not just words, it's what we mean when we say the citizens movement for change, for the people, by the people. We talk and do, that's what we mean. We talk and do, 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 do. We talk and do. Hope will be restored, faith will be restored, love will be restored, store, store, store. We talk and do.
Amen. Look, Ansu, I'm depending on you to win Grace, to win this competition. That Daisy doing that in the studio. You know that. I look at it, man. I said that he didn't want depending on you.
If you see, they don't tell you can bring.
Yeah, well, we gotta win. We gotta win it. The USA chair. Ansu, so
Maybe a champion for the dance.
you better put your best form on. Henry, I'm telling you, you better. You Ansu, you better put our best form on. Okay.
I start wasting your time. These people are not going to do this. I want to drink the thing and one.
Let me just keep on going like that. I said, what can I do?
And Superman yesterday, the typical labyrinth. Oh yes, I'm coming first thing tomorrow. You will see everything that will fly. We see nothing the money I got all in the inbox then looking all what they play trying to find a video. I said, but when they man put a video, I didn't even bother to call him. So tall.
So yeah, but also, hey, Henry,
I don't the dance square cut period blank.
yeah, I counting on you better bring your best move because we gotta win. Madam Chris already claiming this championship here.
Yes, and I'm
Okay.
sticking to it. I won.
That's her word. She's sticking to it too. Okay.
Oh my God! But Doug, let's dive into let me talk about friendship in the political arena. Friendship in the political arena. I read something you wrote on your Facebook page of this morning concerning that very profound wordings that you put together. And I want people in the political arena to start to think about the kind of friendship that they make. This month we're talking about friendship. It's September time, so it's friendship time. We're talking about that. The weather not too hot, it's not too cold. In where we live at, so it's time for you to start thinking about who you call your friend, especially in your personal life and also in the political arena. They have vampires around here that come and leash on people and act like they're friends and they are not really friends. So you have to be aware of those surroundings and your surroundings of those people that come around you. So friendship in the political arena, it has to do with trust and honesty as well. Just like in your personal relationship, the trust is very vital when it comes to the political arena, because you have to know who you're talking to. You giving people information, and sometimes these people, you trust them. Sometimes they can be your advice. Somebody you can go to for their advice. And are you sure that when you tell them something, it remain between you, since you are in a political arena? Are you sure that when you give them certain information, they will be able to digest it and keep it within and not be sharing it all over the place? So you have to, when it comes to the political arena, you have to be very sure who you calling your friend. The friends that you have within the political arena, that your friend, you have to rely on those friends. They're the ones supposed to give you the English means the candid advice and also support. So you expect them to be honest with you, when you're about to do something. They don't want to look at you in your eyeball and tell you the blatant truth. You want to appreciate friendship like that. They will say, look, I know you want to do this, but this is wrong, and I don't think you should do this, and this is my advice to you. But you don't have to listen, make your own decision. And then when they get from within that space, after they have said that to you, they're not going to go and take it somewhere else and say, oh, I just coming from talking to Francine. She running for president of Liberia, and she told me this and she told me that. So you have to be very careful with your political friendship. You have to be very good. Collaboration and compromise. You also have to be very, in the political arena. It has to be effective when it comes to your political friendship, because it's often involving you got to be working together, collaborating, you find a common ground, and you can be able to solve issue and prioritize what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. But if you don't trust the person, even the people that you collaborate with, because I see people say, oh, yeah, we collaborating and this and that, and then they leave from there, they go and start to talk against the other party, say all kinds of things. Where is the collaboration? And collaboration has to do with friendship in the political arena. So you have to be very careful who you collaborate with, how you trust them in the collaboration, and what you can say to them that that will not be out there. We're talking about friendship, guys. We're talking about friendship in the political arena. And the friendship in the political arena and money librarians in the librarian society is so fake, because some of these people, they trust these people, the politicians, they're friends with them, they tell them what's going on, and before you know, some of them go on their talk shows and start to announce it right there. Well, because they want the clout. The American men say they want clout. They want the people, oh yeah, I the first to get a story. They will not even trust that what the person told me behind closed door. They are my friend. And there's certain things I can't say here on the outside where I just have to digest it and keep it within myself. No, they just want to come out and say these things after you trusted them. So can you trust those people? That's the question you ask yourself. Who are you calling your friends in the political arena? Who are you calling your friends? You have to have shared values. The people that you deal with in the political arena, you have to have shared values. You can't be here and seeing these people, oh, yeah, they're my friends, but you don't have shared values. They rather support other group of people than to support you. So it means that you guys are not friends in the political arena. Those people are just your associate. They are not your friends. You have to have your foundation or your objectives, and you have to strengthen your political friendship. So therefore, you cannot strengthen a friendship with somebody who call themselves your friend, but they really don't support you. So right there, they're just an associate, and they cannot be in your political arena, because the other people they support, anything you share with them, they are going to share it with those people. So it means that you want to lose back or lose a fee here. So you have to be careful at this point in time that Liberia is very highly political. Who you trust within the political arena. I receive so many calls on a daily basis. I'm very careful how I communicate with people. You cannot get me to settle in my communications, especially when it comes to Liberian political arena. The only person I will even trust in the political arena, they are they can just checking my two fingers. I don't have any other people to trust like that in this time of the season, as Doc said yesterday. For us to be in this space, it's not an easy thing. You have to be able to call somebody that even when you feel down, you can talk to, you know that I will die right there. And then those people are your friendship and your trusted, honest friends in your political arena. And you also have to set boundaries. The same thing with a personal friendship, you have to have respect. You have to maintain political professionalism, and you also have to. It's very important for you to maintain it. It's very important. Who are you calling your friends, especially in the political arena? If you are in the political space, you want to be very careful. And you know, this advice is going to me, is going to Doc, is going to people who in the political arena, even our peer. You have to be very careful how you disseminate your information to them because you cannot trust these people. They are not in for the Liberian people. And we who are in for the Liberian people that really need a change for Liberia, they see us differently because for them it's about money, what they can get in their pocket and what they can save up for their children. They don't care anything about Liberia. They just want to get what they can get. And you on the other side, you just looking for the betterment for the country. You want the youth lives to change. You want Liberia to be a better place. That you want to call Liberia or home and be proud of that. So your ideas and your visions and what you see for Liberia is very different from what they see. So you can't trust those people. You have to keep them on the side, and they have to be your associate at this time. Because for Liberia to change, it's not an easy journey, and you have to be careful who you call friends in this political arena. That's where I am at.
Yes. Thank you so much, Madam Grace. Who are you calling your friends? Is the question. It's a question that we want you to think about, we want you to ponder upon. There are so many great lessons that we learned today about how to speak about, personal things in this political arena that we're in, because you have to be careful. She told us you have to have set boundaries, okay, share values. So those are the things that bring people together when we have shared values. Because if you have shared values, you belong to CMC. Our shared value is we agree that we want to transform Liberia. We agree that we're going to respect people. We're going to be inclusive of people. Those are the shared values that we all have as a group of people, and that's how we come together and we will respect each other. I just want to also just add a few things that you said about friendship. I'm probably going to be reading about some what I wrote today. There's some commonality in what I wrote and what you said. So like minds tend to think in similar ways. Yeah, we started this conversation yesterday, so I'm glad that will every now and then touch upon it. There's so much to learn, so much to unpack. So every now and then we'll come to this conversation. But I really think that it's so important for us to discuss friendship in the political arena because Liberia right now, I think and I feel, I don't know what you think, Madam Grace and Ansu and Henry, we are so polarized, especially after the last election when the margin of victory was very slim. Okay, so and we saw a significant amount of political parties. So we are very polarized in our country. And secondly, we have this age of social media. When other people were out here into politics, when I was growing up, Madam Grace was growing up, you didn't have social media where we can instantly put out news that we hear, whether it's true or not. Okay, or we can share information about our political opposition. We didn't have that. So I also want to add that um, individuals had difficulty betraying other people, betraying their friends because they didn't have their platform that we have right now. They didn't have Facebook, Instagram, and what have you. They had difficulty betraying mutual respect um, because, again, You couldn't just post because you wanted a fame, you wanted to keep your viewers or whatever you wanted to do, so we didn't have this. So if this whole polarization of people has been even more difficult because of social media and because of our own desire now not to maintain friendship because we don't know how to. I also want to say that, Madam Chris, when we come on this platform and we talk about the likes of Prince Moyi or Mr. Nukwe, or sometimes we share about the values of our political leader, we are not doing this because we don't like them or we have something personal against them. We are doing it because of love of country. When we talk about why was the president's mic cut off and we didn't hear anything from his protocol officer, we're doing this because we are loving Liberians. We want to know. It's important. We want to learn so that we won't keep on repeating our mistakes. But I think in this polarized society, anytime you say something, it means that you're against somebody. And that is not true. The truth must be told on this show, and we speak the truth. And that's what whether you like it or not. When we tell you about our political leader, he is who he is. He's very humble, and we'll talk about that next thing. Going to is about leadership styles, and we'll talk about him, and that's because that's the truth. Um, Sometimes in our country, people now have learned the act of paying other people to insult people like us because we tell the truth, because we talk about your political leader. It's not even about talking about your political leader, it's actually advancing issues that are in our country. It's trying to make our country a better place. So sometimes our young people, maybe somebody will say, we'll pay for your whatever. I think Madam Grace informed me. Uh, we had one political leader come on the show, had his own show and say, oh, I set up the cyber team. I pay people for them to go after other people. You young people, is it worth it? That they're paying you chicken change to go and insult another person? Is it worth it to you? And you have to think about yourself as a person. Just because someone disagree with you, you are acting like you are the moral God. You are a God. You are making nobody cannot disagree with you because you have the audacity to say, I have the only answer. I have the best morality. And that is not the fact. Okay. The fact is that we have to be aware of our relationship because we don't know it all. We don't know what happens behind the scene. You don't know how me and Madam Grace prepare for the show. You don't know what people are talking in the chat rooms. You don't know the kind of arguments they are having. You don't know the kind of friendships that people, or like she said, the kind of talking that people are doing out there. So you just come here and you see somebody's talking, then you're getting paid to insult them or say something. Who's the joke on? The joke is on you. But all in all, these things happen on platform, blaming, criticizing, talking, complaining. It will happen on different platform. But we just ask you to stay, strong. Don't make assumptions. Ask the best question. And also, lastly, we also ask you to be mature and look at the shared values to maintain your friendship. Be kind and be loyal to your friends. Because in the end, if that person is truly your friend, they'll be there for you. So that's what I wanted to just add to this conversation of friendship. Anything else you'd like to add, Asu and Henry, and then Madam Grace? Anything else you'd like to add?
Before Asu, I want to announce, they said George Weah Hustle 9th Street is on fire. Asu, did you guys hear that information?
Can you check? Is that correct? Can you check anything out there?
You getting me now?
Yes, we're getting you there.
Yeah. So as I said, you guys are already flowing with different topics. So we're waiting for the team to join us first before we break the information out. That information reached us, I think, 10 minutes ago that the former president resident, his 9th Street resident. So
he just remodeled that home, right? The one on 9th Street.
Yeah. So we currently have a team that is on their way there now to do a report from there, and then we will come up with the final information.
So you're not hearing anything how the house got on fire. You just say on fire.
So on there, when the team get there, then from there we'll know, what happened, what went wrong. But from the east side soul, inform us that the Nashville house is currently on fire.
So scary, scary. Well, we pray that if people are in there, that everybody able to get out safely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very scary, and we look forward. Please feel free to just cue us in when the team comes on, so we can inform our audience and the public as to what is happening with the former president's home in Liberia. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Our next topic today, we're going to talk about leadership. Very similar to friendship. Okay. We're going to come back because I think, Madam Grace, I think the issues that you lay out about friendship in this political arena, the political context where we find ourselves in, especially being a woman, I'm sure we're going to have a whole show about what it feels like to be a woman in this position that we find ourselves in, okay, in this political arena. Um, sometimes when Madam Grace look at her colleagues and her peers, and sometimes when I do the same thing, we find that not many people that look like us are represented, in those positions. It's something that get us thinking and how people interact with us. But nevertheless, we'll come back to having this conversation about friendship, about how you speak, what you talk about, how you need someone in this difficult, trying times. It's always good to have someone. I'm glad I have Madam Grace, that she and I can bounce things off each other. Okay. Ultimately, our peer makes the political leader of this political party. He makes the ultimate decisions with our opinion. We don't shy away from telling him how we feel, and nobody shies away from telling how you feel. But sometimes democracy sometimes overpower us. People vote and decisions are made. But to talk about leadership, I want to first of all to define leadership and then wrap it around the context of the political leader of CMC. It says leadership, one definition is a social influence process. Leadership, think about the word social influence process, is Representative Hassan Musa Ability, or Musa Hassan Ability, I'm sorry, Musa Hassan Ability. Is he a social influencer? Madam Grace, what would you say?
Honorable Ability is definitely a social influencer.
Yes.
He has a lot of qualities when it comes to leadership, and that's the reason why I really follow him. But before we go there, let these people.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry for that break in.
Sorry.
So, folks, sorry for that break in. We are live here from the home of the former president. Currently, the situation is under control. And former Representative Moses Akawas Gray is in there. Upon his coming up, he's supposed to come out to address us. But you see there the entrance that leads outside of this is the outside of the former president's home, and you see his residence. Some people are already up after the news broke that the former president's home caught fire. We also saw the arrival of former Representative Moses Akawas Gray in there. So we are waiting for his arrival to come and give us a little briefing as to what actually happening. But currently, as I speak, the situation has been put under control. The fire is off now, so The former representative, Honorable Gray, will talk to us. Will come out. He's in there. He will come up to give us a little briefing as to what actually happened. The name is Samson Monsieur. This is a closing act. Still with us as we live from outside of the building. We are live for the outside of the building, waiting the arrival of Honorable Gray to give us because he's
Go
To
ahead.
be flowing, yeah. When yeah. So I said I think we can be flowing when Representative Gray or former Representative Gray come out to address the team. Then we definitely rejoin them when the former lawmaker come out from the resident to speak to the media. And then I think we'll join the team so we can
So
continue from where we start.
it means that the fire was not that major because I don't see nothing like fire there. Like the way it says on fire, I thought it was a blaze. So it's under control. I mean, it's very good thing that it's under control, but I don't see the damage yet until maybe the people can go within to see what was going on at that house. So I don't see the damage at all. I don't know why it's saying like, bro, most time the places can catch on fire. I don't something is not right because majority of the time, I know people houses can catch on fire, in everywhere, but it's just a trending thing like that most of the homes catch fire. I don't know why, but we hope to get the full information on what's going on. But that was asking about our honorable leader man, Musa Hassan Belete, his leadership style, and I just wanted to speak a little bit on his leadership style. Honorable Belete is a very the first thing is about him is very humble. That one of the leadership style he has, and he's able to control that at the same time because humbleness is one thing, but then when you are humble and then people use that as a disadvantage or disrespect you is another thing. He does not accept disrespect. I think he carry himself very well interacting with these people, these political vampires around here who are, 1 minute they're on Facebook talking trash about you, and the next minute when they meet you, they're smiling all in your face. That's why I say, who are you friends with in the political arena? So he knows how to manage that out. I watch him manage that out very well. I don't have that skill to manage the kind of thing. Also, when I see that it's a quality that within him, I wish to adapt because I just don't know how to just deal with people who I feel is very unfair. But in his style of leadership, he knows how to deal with that, and that's a great attribute when it comes to leadership. And that one of the things I admire about him. I also admire that he's politically savvy when it comes to crisis. He know how to manage crisis within, dealing with different people and everybody coming with their own emotional breakdown. He knows how to handle it when we on meetings. We do not have that in CMC as much, but with every now and then I see how he even interact on platforms when these people coming with a different crisis and everybody yelling, and when he gets to answer the question, he's very moderate on what he will speak, and he's intentional on how he wants to speak about what he wants to talk about. That's some of the qualities that I see. He stays very attuned, to change the public sentiments. I noticed that about him as well. It's very attuned to it. He doesn't let it move him. People will say a lot of stuff about him. I see some of these government officials and political leaders that are kind of cuss the people out, their manpower, honor power, and all. They got clip of them going to people in pass and very insulting them. Hands on. Benedict is not one of those people. He will not engage you like that. Once in a while people get outbursts, and because we are humans, we get tired, but he will not engage you like that. So he makes sure that he remains relevant. That's the other quality about him. Very effective on that.
Yes.
And that's a leadership attribute. He makes sure you remain relevant. Like you can hear him or leave him. He will have you thinking about him, whether in a hateful manner or in a or love manner, whether you care about him like that. He will have you on your feet and thinking about. He does that very well with those people on social media. So every day they'll have to post something about him, and that's a good sign of a leader. He stays on top of his game. Whether you see it negatively or positively, he remains on top of his game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's very savvy on things that he wants to do, especially when it comes to leadership style administration. Very savvy, very he knows hands on, and every time you get to interact with him concerning that, you learn a whole lot from him, with that. And one of the things too I admire, he knows how to build a coalition. He knows how to advance himself with that. You will hate him or leave him. He will tell you the truth, but he able to build a coalition with you, and then he will also be able to shut down certain things that you're not supposed to be privy to. He makes sure he does that, and that one of the leadership style. I already studied him that when it comes to the leadership style, and that's the reason people like us follow Musa Hassan Penete, because we too not easy people. We have our own attribute to ourselves, and for you to see the quality of people that is behind, straight that there's a wisdom about him, his leadership wisdom that you don't find in different political leaders. And, some of us have been around one or two people. I'm telling that my experience today, some of the experience I had, you'll be very, very, when I start to say, you'll be in shock. But I have gone around a lot of Liberian leadership, even before, after the war, and, as a young girl, and I saw the leadership style really is very exceptional. I work with Juliet Bryant, I work with Charles Bronski, I have with Suba Bele, I work with Mr. Willie Bele person, and I saw all these people leadership style. They have qualities about them, but Bele qualities is exceptional. The way he will interact, the way he will deal, he's not really moved. He always know how to calm the storm. He promotes innovation, especially in young people. That one of the things I like about him, because my whole thing is about the youth. I want them to succeed. They are the future generation like people. I want my retirement to be, very, very good. We got good future leaders that come and take position, means that they will make the country a better place. For me to be enjoying my old age, I can go, with my car and go to Dag and say, Dag, let you should cooking today on your farm.
Yes.
Also come here and say, Grace, what today we are doing pork chop. We are
Yes.
baking a whole pork and we'll be eating it, those things.
Right.
So we have to prepare the children, and he's very, very savvy when it comes to that. He's intentional in what he wants to do. I'm asking people to come to the program, listen to this man's vision, what he has for Liberia. He's already laid out for you. He's doing things in the country that no political leader has ever done, no politician has ever accomplished. The way he engaged the people, the help he gave them. So you will know that when he stepped in that position, he will be able to really do what he's supposed to do. I will stop the car and go on and on his long. Yeah, he has a very big long-term vision for the country. His short-term vision is on intact. What he wants to accomplish in a short frame of a short frame of time, and and I listen to it, and I move because I'm not easily moved. So if somebody can really move me with their brilliance, it's something that that's the reason why we follow him and we want him to succeed, and we'll continue to support his effort as CNC members, and push him into where he's supposed to be at. Because we don't see leaders that Musa Hassan Penete. They don't. You can rarely find people like him, and that's just the truth. You can rarely find people who interact with this man. We met hundreds of people that interact with him. People call me every day. One police officer just texted me, American police officer, to come to the program, and he talked about the the, the mindset of Musa Hassan Penete, and he better want to meet him one on one. And I was saying I'm impressed. I have to text on my phone. So the long-term vision, his short-term vision, the way he adapted to stuff, the political arena, what he did in the House of Representatives in less than 2 years. That this man is a leader. What he has accomplished, with his colleagues, he get people, he rallied them together. He can get them to agree to certain things. or throw money past him, in the other on the other side, but he still gets a set of people that really believe in him, and they are also leaders. So you know that he has a very, very different dynamics that he will bring to the country. How he navigate the uncertainties, that he respond to changing circumstances. I mean, all those things. So Musa Hassan Bilete is a qualified leader, and I'm looking forward to really voting for him as the standard bearer of Citizen Movement for Change come in 2027 to push him to run for president in 2029. And to tell you the truth, hearing from my mouth as I speak, CMC is going to produce a presidential candidate, and the person will be running for president come 2029. And for me, I hope that presidential candidate is Musa Hassan Bilete. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, thank you. I think you forgot one thing, and you always remind me how um, Honorable Billy has this divineness about him. There's something that when it's divine or in our way that we understand it, something that God has given you, nobody can take it away from you. You always remind me of that. And I want to just point that out because I don't think a lot of people understand him in that manner, how he can accomplish these things, how he sometimes can be a social influencer. Not everybody can, okay? And he uses the gift that God has given him to promote Liberia, to want a better Liberia, to have a vision for our country. So I want to just say that, and you hear some of the key things. We're talking about leadership because, a lot of people will come and present themselves to you Liberians as leaders. It's about time that we begin to 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 assess these people who come to us. Are they coming because of greed? Are they coming because they want to maintain their status quo? They want to stay in power for 18 years, for 10 years? Okay. Are they coming because they want to just have that big shot syndrome? These are the things that we need to start thinking about as we approach 2029. In our case, Representative Musa Hassan Bilete has presented so many qualities of leadership, as Madam Grace explained to you. We've taken the time to assess him. I would have just mentioned a few things in his short few years, being the representative for District 7, Second PA, Nima County. He was in charge of the Rule of Law Caucus. When our country faced trauma, okay, when our country faced the anti-rule of law behavior, when people wanted to make our country like a place where laws did not apply, he stood up and said, we are going to go by the rules that are written in these books, okay? And I'm going to maintain a certain group of guys to stand with me, to stand up for the rule of law. He did that. And so we owed him a lot of gratitude for doing that. Otherwise, I can't tell you where Liberia would have been or how much further down, okay, decrease in our dignity that Liberia is going to be. He's built bridges around the country. Madam Grace loves to speak about his attempt to build the bridge in Popolu. And we yes, thank you for putting his picture there. Is the representative, Honorable Musa Hassan Bilete, and how he attempts to build bridges, things that he thinks that the people will benefit from. And you know what building bridges over the years, what if I've done for people. He's building dormitory. When I heard that story about him, being in academia, what it means to build somewhere for our students to be our future leaders, to be able to sleep and rest and stop being on a hustle and bustle for a home. He's building schools for the future generation. Okay, he's including women. Look at someone like Madam Grace and I, and all the people that he's appointed, Madam Besa, the lady who's in charge of Nima County, the countless and countless of women. He tells you the story about the impact of his mother on him. Okay. He provided, quite recently, he's been making donations he didn't go. Well, I don't think he went to St. Mary's, but quite recently we saw him making donations, right, Madam Chris, to St. Mary Alumni Association. I don't know. I don't remember him saying that, but he went there. He was invited by Honorable Yankwe, the former um, representative of a district in Nimba. He was invited and he made a donation, and he's used his legislative money, unlike other people in the legislature who's using their money for their own private use or building things that are they claim that is beneficial to the people, but they're not. We've seen what they're building, or they were going to different districts and give people a copybook and a pen, whereby they are living in luxury housing. Their children sometimes are attending luxurious schools, but he's building clinics. He's actually has used his legislative project money to give 2 clinics in Sacagawea trucks, like a truck so they'll be able to pick up people that are sick. So we're gonna now turn everything that I said to you. I want you to do your own assessment. Tell us about the qualities of Mr. Billy. I'm gonna name some things and you put a check mark to it, okay? And I'll probably help you define these things. And Madam Grace, you can charm in here. He's an effective and efficient communicator compared to some people who be keeping speech from the population, the Liberian population. I'm sure you found Representative Billy to be an effective and efficient communicator. You said he's very savvy, he's very knowledgeable. He stays on top of his game, whether it comes to his business savviness or his political astuteness. He's very consistent, okay? The interest of Liberia. Is it in the interest of Liberia? That is the consistency that you're going to see in Honorable Billy. The man, his vision, and when Madam Grace talk about how he sees things before we do, and maybe that's that sense of divineness I'm telling you about. He does. Even during our meeting, when we're just thinking for the moment or thinking, maybe down the road but not too far, he's ahead of us. He's a step ahead of us. Selflessness. We don't know when Representative Billy sleeps. We bring problems to him. This is what we need to do. This is happening in Dubai. This is happening in China. What can I do? How can I do this? Madam Grace, okay, this is happening within the USA. He's very selfless. We can always go to him to discuss CMC because at the end of the day, it's about Liberia. It's in the long run, it's about Liberia. He has the courage. Recently, he's been bombarded. And I don't even understand for the life of me. I woke up this morning. He has a contract with the Liberian government. Our legislators who supposed to be protecting Liberians, they're not even going by the contract. They want us to be in the Wild Wild West where anything do. We're not going to respect contracts that we have with people. But he has the courage to see above and beyond. Willpower, we talk about people having the political willpower. Does our current president and past presidents, have they had the political willpower to speak about gender inclusion, to speak about no drugs in our country, or to even stand up for drugs, people who stand up to people who bring drugs into our country, stand up to them, okay? Have they had that power? Have they had the power to say, I'm going to change the economy of our country where people will get jobs? It's a political willpower as opposed to doing the same old thing over and over and over. And we find that Honorable Billy does that. If you ask me, I think he's very participatory in terms of his leadership style. I think he works in a democratic way. He likes to get the opinion of everybody. Sometimes he might take a while to think before he makes a decision. Sometimes he sleep over it. Sometimes he'll ask me, Doc, let's sleep over this. I don't want to talk about this right now. Let's sleep over this. And then we'll come back the next day and we'll deliberate. So unlike some other people in our country or some other leaders who are just laissez-faire, when the Frenchman say laissez-faire, I mean that everybody on their own in the country, you make your decision. If you do, this person make this decision. When we don't have the willpower to say, I'm going to fire you today. I have the will. You work at the will and pleasure of me, the president. Okay, I will suspend you and you don't come back because I don't want to hurt your feeling or what have you. So I believe that um, he's a transformative president. He's a participatory president. His leadership style, you know, seem to be it struck me as someone who's very democratic, not a laissez-faire president. Um, I'm gonna stop here. We talk about this because we want you to assess your leaders, begin to one and make a note of the qualities and some of the things that you want to see in your leaders for the future. So, Madam Chris, I'm going to stop here. If you have anything else to add, um, please add it, and then we can move on.
I wanna Ansu then to come in because Ansu worked with Honorable for so many years.
Yes.
I want him to tell us some of the qualities that he sees about him,
Mhm.
and his interaction with him. How he think that Honorable stepping into the political leadership of CMC, how it benefits us at this point.
Liberia at this point.
Yeah, how it benefits CMC as as a political party because to
Oh,
have
okay.
a person as our political leader, and I want to also to because he has the experience working
Mm-hmm.
with him for so many years. And so
Mm-hmm.
what?
Like I always, like I have said it before, and one person who I've worked with, uh, Musa has some ability on mobility from his football in the days as president at the World Football Association. And this is why I always tell people, uh, that are really same and grace. So, when you're not maybe close to people, when you're not close to someone, you really know the person well. When you're a little bit distance or far, except that maybe because there are some people who just hate people. Whether you do the right thing, they will hate you for it. Then when you unfortunately force, maybe you do the wrong thing, hey, it will grow. So that's just how some people just build that mind set for certain people, and that is just in the case of vulnerability. Because like I said, everything the critics, some of the things people say, some of us who work with him, close to him, follow his activities, and we don't see it. And at the end of it, the way how they can present it, I hate to say that today, if a government take power, this man will be on cough. You'll see him heading to South Beach. Today, when a government take office, he will be the first person that will be investigated. The way how they can present it, because they can present it in a sense that they will criticize, they will say the wrong thing, and at the end of it, when you're not ready to do some follow up, to do some check, you yourself you're forced into it. Uh, Musa been around for a very long time, especially for the very time that I've been with him. And everything that today people says, uh, for me, I'm yet to really see it. Uh, the critics, I'm yet to see it. And like maybe the past, government and people say and a lot of things he was involved into. And at the end, I say, wow, if the next government to take office or to take power, maybe Mr. Ability or the Ability will be the first group of people, and the government will start to investigate. But today we have the CMC political leader. He moving, he free. Everything they talk about, I say, but wait now. The people they emphasize, they criticize, they put they see the worst into this honorable man. When it comes to raw form, they talk about it. Even the FIFA issue case, they don't like bro, we're not part of FIFA business. No, no, nothing. They're talking to that people case. They said, what's this? And the next time on the very same platform, he's talking to it like this. He's talking on the same platform. The same people that used to say the Chinese, they say the West here against him. They still not talking about people. That is very same people that we call rush on the right that is taking place. So what comes to me now, for the reason that I did, that is this man who just did all the negative things. Okay, today you are in power. The campaign is calling. And Musa Belete, raw form, Musa Belete, in LFA this time, LFA, now you are in office. Musa Belete is smoking a lion. Clean. It's a very simple person that raises so many critical issues at the Capitol building. You don't want to address it. It's the same man who raises some key issues at that Capitol building. Since he raised the issue of the house being audited, or they should audit that house, they're seeing people playing a riot. They don't want to give it attention. Since they came the first time on the I think it was on the platform when he Mr. Biden talked about the Asara method, when he did talk about people
Mhm.
going to that program with all the NEMA legislative caucus being recognized,
Yes.
lawmakers, pollers, permanent people in NEMA County being recognized. When he did draw it to the same people attention, they're not giving that credit, they're not listening to him. Today, they see people crying.
Yes.
So for everything that he tried, he made sure that the right thing should always be done. You who say the negative things and criticize, why now you people that cannot address it? So as I said, I've been with him for a very long time. And so those negative things and people says, I know that. And he moved exactly like for me, I say he moved like somebody who is problem free. Free from problem. When you see Mr. Bailey comes here, you don't care what he says about him. In matter of fact, he just want the right thing to be done. So you take your FIFA thing, you put it on the young man head. You take your raw form, you put it on here, you take this, that. Instead moving screen to see the right thing to be done for the brain people. So he moved freely. That's just how he moved. So from the day of for he elevate up to for football days, up to getting to politics and other stuff. I'm not the type of person. I know him very, very good. I know him well. I know he's the person who always want to see the right thing be done and always seek the interest of his people. If anybody tell you that a young man don't seek the interest of the people, then that possibly making mistake. They make a very, very big mistake. This is why you see he have handled Nima County District 7 and District 7 as his own, not as a politician. Because if you want to handle that District 7 as a politician, you wait for 2028, 2 months to 2 months or 3 months to election before he start going there to speak to the people. No. But he handled that place as his hometown where everything, so transforming, developing, and uplifting the life of the people is what he's doing there in Nima County. So if you want to work like the other politicians that are waiting for 2029, 2 months to the election, to take the 500 notes and put it in buy bags and go there and feed that because our people are hungry and they need money, then he will sit and wait. But he's not at that. He handling District 7 as his own. So, as I said, Madam Grace and Tata Richardson, I've been following this man for a very long time. This is why, every year, we know exactly how, when it comes to transforming, we always want to have the best and to see the best. This is why you see this is a fourth step. A lot of people is following. You know why it takes for an individual to have this type of radio station in this country? True FM here built with the tallest radio tower that close to 700,000 plus to have this type of investment. So the thing that he do it for his heart. I tell people, I say the thing that Sarah Joseph is doing here, is Sarah Joseph, the current vice president, the people that still want to be president, they can't do what Musa do. Musa do it with his heart. He do it for in his heart. They put it as scheme, they just skin around. They added they want to do it, they go on. But they cannot put the money into it. They cannot say that they will transform, they will invest, they will never do it.
Because
So that,
also they don't have the heart for the country. Look,
yeah,
there's only having love for people and having the heart for your country and want your country to succeed and want the youth to do better. It's another gift. Those people don't
yes,
have it. It's all about for them. It's all about themselves and their family. But for President, it's about Liberia and the future generation of the country. And that's why he's focused on. That's why you see everything he does it with such quality, and he wants everything to be better for the people of the country. And there were, but thank you so much for your input. You know, like when people are watching, they see, they know exactly what it is they need to do. Come 2029, we are here. We're gonna push the CMC agenda. And we want to say thank you to everybody for watching. Whether you came here to say negative or you came to say positive, we want to thank you for watching. You are watching, and we hope you learn from this
Yeah.
platform because we say the truth here, and we speak what is supposed to be spoken. We are not here to scream, we are not here to yell, we are not here to put anybody down, but we are here to say the truth, and the truth must be told. So it's time for us to go back. So I don't know, you take
Yeah, I just want to say a few words in closing. I just want to tell Ansi and Henry thank you too today. I've given you some of the we actually as a team today have given you the leadership qualities of honorability. I want you to take that now and compare it to what you have. I believe that the president of Liberia is a laissez-faire president. He sits down, he allows other people to make decisions for the country. Uh, the got no guidance to a certain extent. And one the reason why I know that there's no guidance because we have something like the LDEA, fiasco. We have no action, no plan. We have flowery speeches when it comes to the fight on drugs and also gender uh, uh, inequality. When a government makes a decision and has a plan, we know that it will be subjective. You will look at the key sector and say, okay, I'm going to manage our economy. How does the economy impact Liberians? It's very subjective to the Liberian people. Going to spend time measuring in year one to three. This is what I expect to see. 3 to 6. This is what I expect to see. So it's going to be measurable. He's going to make sure that he makes plans that are achievable. You know our economy now. Nobody, even the best of economists, have challenges in understanding our economy. So we have to make our economy in a way that is achievable. That when I set a price that people will buy rice at $13, we're not just going to announce it. You have people monitoring it and understand why it's not happening. Relevant to the Liberian people, the bread and butter issues as it relates to the economy. And of course, at the end, very time sensitive. At the end of year one, which you have some outcomes, which you have some positive outcomes, or at least you can understand why things didn't work. So I want to thank you for watching. I want you to do your own assessment. We've told you about the great qualities of honorability. We've talked to you about friendship. Who are your friends? That's what you need to be asking yourself tonight. That's one of the beauty of coming on for the political lounge. You get to take little pieces of lessons home. And also, lastly, stay tuned. Um, we'll be here to talk about the court case that is happening, trending in our country yet right now. We know that there's an issue of torture that is going on with the perpetrators, the people who have been accused of burning the Capitol building. Their medical report came out, and their report is saying that they were tortured. To us, Liberia want to have torture on their credential list of things. So those are things that you need to stay tuned. We'll be bringing you some information as it comes tomorrow. All right. So I want to tell you thank you for joining us. I'm going to ask Ansu and Henry because my wrist is little. She's falling asleep on us here. But
no, I'm not.
okay.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching. I already said that, and I hope you guys be here. We'll be back here on Thursday, with the
But
political
when today's
Tuesday.
yeah.
Back here on Thursday and Friday. Yeah, where we have our raffle. So thank you for watching. I don't know if Henry have anything to say.
Thanks.
Mhm.
I said always good. Thanks. So thanks to you people. Good night from
Good
our
night.
end. Yeah, we're going for our usual midway break. And then
You always looking
Yes.
forward to that every break, Asu. But it's very
yeah.
important that break
The
is very
percolator break. I should take a percolator break.
so. Good night, Liberia. Thank you for watching on Facebook and YouTube, and thank you for listening to us on True FM. When we come back here on Thursday, we'll be taking a lot of calls because Asu then will be in the driver's seat, and we'll move on from there. We say have a beautiful morning, Liberia. Have a beautiful evening, United States, wherever you are, and God bless you always. Good night.
CMC for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.